There is the way to godly rest. Fast asleep on a pillow in the midst of the storm. He made his ways known unto Moses and his acts to the children of Israel. Open up tonight. God will place in your hand a key that will keep walking all through your life. This is part 2 of last night's teaching. We're looking at why train to operate in the supernatural. Why train? If you don't understand this, you'll be fabricating it. Why train to operate in the supernatural? It's not just about getting healed, getting delivered. It's about supernatural living. Like my daughter from Maryland was sharing, the dramatic turnaround in her life. Supernatural living. Healing is not part of that. Healing is inclusive. He went about doing good and healing all them that were oppressed of the devil. But far beyond that is supernatural living. Not one of the 12 needed healing. They were operating in the realm of the supernatural under the canopy of Jesus. Carry no personal script. Get on this mission. Don't take 2 dresses home. Supernatural living. Whatever house you enter, say peace to this house, and you enter the place. Supernatural living. He said, my son, set yourself to demystify the supernatural. Bring the supernatural back on the streets. It's not for those of us called to ministry. Every child of God is redeemed as a sign and a wonder. I still can't understand how we were running crusades before I got saved. Were we borrowing? No. Were we begging? No. We were going and coming back. Supernatural living. It will answer in your kitchen. Now, during the days of scarce commodity in Nigeria, my wife said to me, the soap in that bedroom is the last. I said, that is not the last. I said, I mean the one in that bedroom now. I said, that cannot be the last. So she came on my wavelength. So we gave money to the young chap in the house. Bring soap when you are coming from school. Adults used to line up in supermarket. They took materials to that school for the first time in that day. And the soap we said he should buy was the major item. He brought the pack of soap back home without going to line up anywhere. Supernatural living. Watch. There was no baby food in town when we had our first son. And I said to my wife, the Lord told me we should sow everything we have as a seed. That even when we hide the food, we can't buy it. Somebody brought in 24 cartons of baby food. Supernatural living. No fabrication. No guesswork. Now I'm waiting for my uncle. Supernatural living is your new DNA in redemption. 24 cartons of baby food. And she said, there is no baby food in town. But the Lord told me to bring the ones in my store to you as a seed. No discussion. No mobile phones in those days. You either can phone God or you don't have anybody to phone. Supernatural living is ordained the lifestyle of every child of God. They are not emergency rescue kind of thing. It's who you are. Lokite kotam rodia. Understand this. Abraham trained his servants. They won the war in grand style. They rescued the captives, brought back all the goods that the assailants took away. Training got them equipped to win the war. All virtues that empower us to command the supernatural are in degrees. That's why we need to commit to training. They are all in degrees. And no one ever comes to the end of it. And they demand growth through training, formal or informal, to remain effectual. You don't change the oil in your car engine because it's exhausted. You change it because it has lost viscosity. Or you suffer an engine knock. We are called to grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. Every single virtue that puts us in command of the supernatural is in degrees. But informal training through personal discipline has proved to be the most impactful training system. Most of us went to school, all kinds of degrees. But it loses its force, if not improved upon with time. In fact, there is an ideology that claims that any degree loses its vitality 5 years if nothing is added to it. It's time to come awake and commit to renewal through personal discipline and paving our way forward. He said to Timothy, give attention to reading, 1 Timothy 4:13, to exhortation and to doctrine. He said in verse 15, meditate upon these things and give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Commit to reading, commit to exhortations, commit to kingdom proven principles. Meditate on the findings and give yourself wholly to engaging with them, and your profiting will appear to all. That's why I call this night a night of night. If you get it right tonight, you retain control and command for life. Just get it right.